evening, boys and girls, and all you fun folk out there. We get such an easy one tonight, it ain't even funny. Continuing on what we had talked about last week, doing our finger foods for Super Bowl, we're going to bring one in that's a favorite for a lot of folks. Ta-da, shrimps. Yes, that's right. Country is doing shrimps tonight. Now, here's the cool thing. This is really easy. It takes 4 spices. You've got the New Orleans style seafood. You've got the Old Bay garlic and herb. You have the sweet paprika seafood. And the special one is Chef Paul Prudhomme's magic seafood seasoning. So I'm going to take and put all those into the bowl here. Once we drain and drop the shrimp in there. These are deveined tail on, but they don't have you can see they don't have the little leggies in it. And basically all we're going to do is take this big pot and bring it to a rapid boil. Now you need to bring it to a rapid boil because when you drop 3 bags of frozen shrimp in, and I'm letting them thaw, but they're not going to be thawed. When you drop it in, it's going to drop the temperature on the water, but you still want them to cook. And it doesn't take more than a couple minutes to really cook them up. You just watch, and when they go pink, grab one out and give it a test. But once we get done with all of them, we'll drop them into the bowl here, and then mix them up so that they're all coated with some of the seasonings. Not a huge coat, it's not anything terrible, and you can do again this to taste. One of the other things I may do is I may add. Let's go over here to the cabinet of fun. Yes, look at all the spices that country has to work with. Lots of goodies. I love it every time I open this. It's a great smell. But the other one we're going to probably do is, you know me, I'm going to throw a little granulated garlic in there as well. So we're going to have all that added in, get it all mixed together. Like I said, it's very quick. Takes a couple minutes to boil to do the shrimp. Keeps them nice and tender. And then once you get everything all mixed together, you can just dish them out into bowls and start snacking on them. I highly recommend having a wet nap or some paper towels handy because you are going to get your fingers kind of gooey with doing this. But yeah, dudes and ladies, this is so easy. It's not even funny. So we'll drop you back in or pop back in when I show you that they're in the pot boiling. And then show you the mix. See, we're already getting to the point where the water's starting to bubble here a little bit, so it won't be too much longer. Okay, we're back. And here's all the spices at the bottom of the bowl. And I know you're going, country, why are they at the bottom of the bowl? I'll explain that in a minute. Actually, it's a little something I figured out while I was playing with these one of the times that I made it. And here you can see we've added the shrimp in, and we've gone from a quick boil down to it's steaming and it's warm and they're cooking. Okay, and it ain't going to take but a few minutes. You can see how they're already turning from gray to pinkish. So it won't be too much longer before they're good to go. Now what we will do is take them and strain them out of here, and that's going to get rid of most of the water. So when we take them and dump them from there into here, the rest of that water is going to go down into the bottom down here and liquefy much of the seasoning. So why is that a good thing? Well, because it's a lot easier when you go to stir the shrimp up and get it coated with everything in the bowl. It's a lot easier to get it stirred up and coated with liquid than it is with the solids, because you don't want a whole bunch of the granules and everything else in there. You want it all kind of mixed up into something smooth that goes underneath the shell and embraces and wraps around the actual shrimp itself. So when you peel the shrimp off, the shell off, you've still got some of that spice taste that's down here. Now, this is because Mama doesn't handle spices. None of this is spicy or hot. It's just like I said, the ones that I showed you, sweet paprika, Chef Prudhomme's as a combination of spices, Old Bay. I'm sure most everybody is familiar with Old Bay. Nothing in there is spicy hot. So this will make things a lot easier when we go back to mixing everything up. Let's take a look over here, see what we're at. So at the 2-minute mark here. Oh yeah, see how some of these are already starting to turn? And some of these will do this too. You look at the backs of them, and some of the backs have popped open. There you go, there's an example. And that's okay. It's a butterfly effect that happens when you boil the shrimp. It actually is not a bad thing because for those that open up like that, it makes it easier for the spice to get down in between, excuse me, the shell itself and the shrimp itself. So yeah, one more step in this, which is, like I said, once they're fully cooked, drain them out in here and then dump them into here, mix them up, and from there you just pick them up and put them in a bowl. You're good to go. And there you have it, guys. Spiced up. You can see some of them got a little bit more spice than others did, but spiced up shrimp. I would say steam, but it's so much quicker and easier just to do them in a quick boil. Had somebody introduce that to me a couple of years ago, and it's amazingly fast. So this is something you could prep up for the Super Bowl at like the last minute. You need maybe 15 minutes, and it's ready to go. And put it out in a bowl, and people can either eat it hot or cold, or room temperature or whatever. It's all good. So that's an easy one for you.